Hey, what's up? I'm Michael. Today is going to be another cartooning episode. I wanted to do the entire cast of the Flintstones, my favorites, so I'm going to get to this. I'm using 3 different reference images, and I am going to do Bamm-Bamm. So Bamm-Bamm has... his head is about the same size as from his shoulders to his body, or his waist, and so he's about 3 heads tall. So I'm going to go in here and find a place on my camera where I can actually make sure I'm on the camera. I'm going to say, okay, so let me come on down just a little bit more. We're going to make that his proportions. So let's go on, and I'm going to say his head about here. I'm going to try my best to keep him in the frame, unlike I done with Dino. I accidentally put Mr. Dino outside of the frame. So I'm just going to draw a circle with a sort of a flatter bottom for his head, and his body is basically, there's no neck. There might be just a little bit of a neck, not much, just a tad bit, but his body is bell-shaped. Okay, and it's going to sort of come in like that. Alright, and then his waist. Now he's got what looks sort of like a skirt on, but it's, call it a tunic, I guess, a baby tunic. And then when you hear that clicking, I'm actually going through changing my images to check out some stuff. Okay, so I am just going to give him, I'm going to start down here with his feet, and I'm actually going to put his little foot out this way. And let's see here. I don't want to give him really big legs, but his legs are a little bit bigger than, I'd say just a little bit bigger than his arms are in this. So he's got the more manly feet like Fred and Barney have, and but of course only 3 toes. So now he actually has kneecaps, and I'm going to go on and say he's got let's see, I'm going to bring this over just a little bit more, and he has this weird little thing that comes down a shoulder strap that's sort of jagged, and at the bottom of it, it comes down here, and then right here he's got a bone going through it. And to draw a bone, all you do basically is you make a loop up and then connect it like that. I'm hoping that you can actually see this on the camera. I've been up for a while and my eyes are sort of strained, so I can't really tell. But the same thing on this side. You sort of make a loop, bring it in, and then bring the other side out and meet it back in there, like so. Okay, now he has, we're going to work on his little skirt thing. Alright, and this can be however you want it to look, really. You decide how you want it to fold or whatever. I'm going to actually bring this back around here and make this a little bit smaller. And I learned my lesson about using the kneaded erasers so much. I'm going to go right ahead and use this to pull out my mistakes that I don't want in there now. Let me grab something. Okay, there we go. Oops. Alright. Now, you can draw him skinnier or fatter or however you want to draw him. I'm going to work on his head last. So, first thing I want to do is go on and make sure that I have his little knees in there. And he has just little squares that are different colors going all over his little baby skirt thing. Alright, now he's got a little indentation on his chest for his pectoral muscles, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give him an arm that sort of comes out. This is a little bit of what they call foreshortening. I'm just going to bring it up here and like this, and right here his hand is going to come up, and then he's going to have little fingers that sort of come here, and it's going back there. So let me get that shoulder up there. Alright, now Bamm-Bamm is really strong, and he has a big club that he takes with him. So what you want to do is draw straight through that hand to connect those lines to start with. That will let you see how to actually draw it. So what we're going to do is go on and bring this up a little bit, and then we're going to bring it down, make it a bigger club for him, like that. And since his club is wooden, the images that I have, they all have the same thing like that on it. Okay, now his other arm, I'm going to use another reference image, and This one is going to be a little bit different. I'm actually going to draw his shoulder as a circle. I'm going to go on and come over here and do the same thing to show where his shoulder should be. And then from there, I want to come out just a tad bit, and first thing I want to do is just like this. Just sort of loop it around, and then I'm going to take right here and bring that up. And right here, I'm just going to put a little mark, and I'm having a hard time seeing my reference image right now. Okay. It looks like he's got a finger that comes here, and then he has another finger and another finger like this, and he's got a little thumb here. Alright. So what I'm going to do here, though, is actually come back in and erase out some of this. And let me... I think that's too far away, so I'm going to go on and bring that back. My eraser, I have not changed the batteries, but it is really erasing a lot better right now for some reason. Okay, so again, he's got this shoulder, and then he's got the muscle. And I'm going to do the hand my own way a little bit better. I don't like the way that the reference image shows it. So I'm going to sort of do it a little different. Now for a kid, Bam Bam is stacked. I mean, he's really strong. Okay, so let's go for the head now. Now, he has got a weird head, and his hair is sort of drawn the same way all the time. I'm going to bring his, right here, he's got sort of a flatter chin, and then right about here, he's got the side of his head goes up. So I'm going to sort of chop that off on the side there a little bit. Then right here, he's got his ears. Sort of looks like Krillin with that, if you don't put anything on it. He's got a head like Krillin's. But then, right here, he's got hair, and from every direction that I see, he's got the same haircut. It looks like this. And then it sort of just comes down over here on this side, and it's going to come back out here. Now with hair, you want the hair to always be bigger than the top of the head. So we're going to come back up here. He's got a hair here, a hair here, and then up here He's got, looks like 2 tufts of hair sticking out. And then he's got a ball cap of some sort on. I guess that this is more of a baseball hat or something. A baseball cap maybe. I'm going to round that top a little bit more. And okay. And then this is just sort of a fuzz ball up here. And he's got an eyebrow. He has another eyebrow here. Let's see. He has circles for eyes. And he has a weird shaped nose. And then his mouth is a little bit weird. It's got, first let me finish his eyes. He's got little circles in the bottom of his eyes that are like his pupils. Now his mouth, I'm going to do it a little bit different than is on here. I need to actually look at another image and see. Okay. His mouth, he's got a little bit of a bottom lip here, and then he has a swoop like a U, and then an upside down U on either part of his mouth. And that is Bamm-Bamm. I will be back in a few minutes with the rest of Mr. Bamm-Bamm, and I'm actually going to adjust the camera. I'm not going to do the same thing I've done with Dino. Let me see. My camera seems to be slowly moving itself. I don't know if I'm going to have to readjust it again or not, but I'll be back in a few minutes with the inking. Okay, I am ready to ink Mr. Bamm-Bamm, and today I'm going to be using my Zig Millennium 05. Let's see, 05, and my Faber-Castell brush pen. I think that should do it. I actually picked up a new set of pens, a lot of pens, and a new container to put everything in on my desk. So if I have to have something else, I can grab it there real quick. I like the 05 because I can easily get smaller lines that are decent, I think. So let me start with his head, since it's the last thing I've done. I'm going to go on and now, something that you sort of need to do when you draw, if you're going to be inking, is don't let the pencils dictate if you want to actually change something when you put it in ink. You know, you get your pencils in, but you might want to go on and say put in something in a different way. I actually didn't put something in, so I'm going to come back and do that right quick. His hat has little square or triangles on it as well. So let me go back now and put those in. So we have had about 6 to 8 inches of snow the last 2 days. Has anybody else out there had any snow? I'm pretty sure everybody has, but I mean, how much has everybody had? It's actually a lot warmer today than it was supposed to be, I think. And ours is sort of melting away. Alright, I'm going to bring that down there. Something I noticed, I think I have the wrong image up. Okay. Now, his hair, depending on the way you're looking at him, it might be backwards from the way I done it. So, just be aware of that. The thing I'm looking at now, his hair is actually backwards compared to this. So, that's the good thing about making your own version of stuff, is that you can pretty much do what you want. Okay. Alright. Well, he also has this little area right here that comes out. So I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to bring the sides of his head down. And he's got these big old ears, but they don't actually have any type of inside in them that you can see. Let me go on and get his eyebrows where they should be. As I was saying earlier though, don't let just because you're in a pencil stage or a inking stage, don't let it deter you from actually changing something up if you want to. It's your art. It doesn't matter if somebody else done it first. You know, do it the way you want to. Give it your own touch. If you like drawing something exactly the way it is, then do that. Whatever is fun to you, whatever makes you happy. Now, looking at him here, his body looks a little bit big, but I'm going to give him a neck, which I didn't do with the pencils. And it sounds like the police are after somebody out there. Okay, now that I'm looking at his club, I don't like the way that I've done it. I'm going to cut some of it off. And I'm actually going to change up the way that it looks a little bit. Okay. Now, he's got his fingers across it, and I'm just going to put those two little things in for it. So I'm going to make sure that I actually show how his hand is. Okay. Alright, and now I'm just going to connect with that over there, and that looks better than the pencil did. So okay, you might want to ink your anything that's on top first, such as the bone. The bone is going to be under this part, so I'll ink that first, but then I'm going to come back and draw that bone in there like that. Just because I ink something doesn't mean that that's the way it should be. Drawing in pencil just by itself is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just gives it a more professional and clean look to do it in ink. I just like inking as well, so I'm going to leave this part here for my brush pen. Let me go in and grab that. Alright. Now, I've had some people tell me that not to ink over top of pencil at all. I don't see what the big deal about it is. It's just something you do. If the pencil's there, I see no reason not to, ink up right over top of it, and then go back and fix it up later if you need to. Alright. Okay. I'm going to come on over here and get this shoulder, and now where I have this doesn't work anymore. So let me get rid of that, and just a little line is all you need to show that there's a difference there. There we go. Now his hand looks a little weird, so I think I'm just going to leave it like that, though. Let me go one in here. Now this video is going to be the first to have my new chapter select or section select and an end card in it. If you would give me a feedback on what you think of those. I'm really looking to make my videos as professional as possible, and I think that that's something that might help out. So I've been working all day on that. right. Let me grab this side right here. And we're going to darken in a few little areas. There was something I wanted to draw with the pen. Oh, okay. There is a little thing right here inside to show the wood shape. The wood grain, I guess you could say. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to actually go back and outline this entire club just to thicken it up a little bit. Well, I had a question about if the pens bled through, and they do sometimes in this book. So I have a piece of regular paper up under there. I just wanted to show that right quick. Okay, so I am going to go on and put in his name, and I'm not sure if it's spelled with 2 M's on each Bamm or just 1 M. I'm just going to spell it with 1 M. I've seen it spelled both ways. So let's do it over here. And I am not going to erase in the video. I'm going to wait until I'm done with it. So all right. And I sort of have a new little signature thing that I'm doing, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to stick it right over here this time. And I'm just going to put, today's date is February 27th, so I'm just going to put a 2/27, and right up under that a 15. And now I come back in with my other pen, and there we go. Now I've had a lot of people also ask me, do you sign all of your artwork, or is there anything that you don't sign and stuff? If you're doing something that you're going to be selling or something, I do suggest signing it. Even if you sign it on the side of a canvas or on the back of it or something, you don't have to sign it directly on the artwork. So that is it. I will clean this up and take a picture of it and post it in the final video as well. And I believe I will be doing Pebbles Flintstone next, and that will be out later this week as well. Let me know what you think of the new parts of my video. And coming soon also, I will have that little webcam that I had down here in the corner again. I'll have that back. I'm setting up some stuff. So that's it. See you later. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, let me know with a like and a comment below. You can subscribe to my channel here for all of my latest videos. My latest video with its alternates are here. Down here is an alternate related or video I think you may like, and below that is the playlist for this video. Directly below are my social media accounts, and you can find all of those links in my description below. Thank you again for watching.